Hi friends, it's Monday again, and it's time for my singing tip of the week. This past Wednesday was July 4th, and my family and I drove up to the Jersey Shore. And let me tell you, being in a car for 2.5+ hours with 3 little boys was not my idea of relaxing. It was 101 degrees and very humid, and as you can probably tell from my complexion, I don't do so well in the sun. We did get to see the fireworks though, which was awesome. What did you do for the 4th? And what's your favorite season? Do you love the summer? For me, I'm more of a fall person. I just really like that feeling of the days getting shorter and things starting over and there being all these possibilities and new beginnings when kids go back to school. I remember getting really excited about buying my pencils for school every year. I'm kind of a nerd. Anyway, now that I'm back from my vacation, I need to relax. So I want to share with you some of my favorite stress relieving and tension busting warm-ups that are really going to help to free your voice. You're going to need a paper towel for one of these exercises, so go ahead and grab one and pause the video. I'll wait. As you know, our voice is the one instrument that resides inside of our body, and we use a lot of muscles when we sing. Some of these muscles are really small, like the ones in your face and in your throat, and some are much bigger, like the ones in your core that you use for breath support. One of the biggest challenges that we face as singers is finding the appropriate balance between being too relaxed, and then you won't be able to sustain notes and get the proper power for projection, and being too tensed up, which is when you get that strain and fatigue on your voice and you don't get a beautiful tone. So today I'm gonna take you through 5 exercises that are gonna help you let go of the tension that's holding back your voice and really allow you to sing with minimal effort. The first of these exercises you might be familiar with if you've ever been in theater. It's called Big Face, Little Face. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna make a really big face like this. And then you're gonna make a really little face like this. This is gonna feel really silly, but trust me, it works, so please play along. And you can vocalize as you make these faces too. So go ahead. Oh my God! I'm so surprised! I cannot believe she said that! Ah! And then when you're making your little face, I like to think of like a little tiny scrunched up red baby that looks like Winston Churchill, like where's my milk? So please don't be afraid of embarrassing yourself. Let's try that again. Big face. Ah! And little face. And big face. Ah! You can really feel your jaw unhinge back here like you're a snake that's about to swallow a hippopotamus. And little face. And you can tell after scrunching up those muscles and stretching out those muscles, when you relax again, you're gonna realize that you've released a lot of tension that you didn't even know you were holding in your face before. The next exercise is for our chest and our shoulders. And generally speaking, when you're singing, you wanna keep all of this really neutral, as if it's invisible. You don't even wanna be thinking about it. A lot of times what happens is when we get nervous and we're reaching for those high notes, our shoulders start to creep up like this. And then when you try to breathe in fully and get some nice breath support, you can't. You get very, very shallow breaths into the top of your lungs. So we want to make sure that everything is nice and relaxed. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to scrunch up our shoulders and bring them all the way up to our ears and then just drop them. Okay? So let's try that again. I want you to let your shoulders creep up, creep up, creep up, creep up, creep up, and then let it go. And you can also do any other exercises that you might during a warm-up routine for working out. You can roll your shoulders forward and back and just make sure that everything's nice and loose. You can roll your head around. All of this is really going to help you relax that area. If you're a runner, you might be familiar with this one. Just to really open up that chest, and you can bring your arms behind you and bring them up. And then when you release, you're really gonna feel that everything is nice and relaxed and you can breathe in deeply. Now we're gonna really start vocalizing. So for this next warm-up, I want you to take a really deep yawny breath And feel everything inside of your throat and your tongue relax. And then you're gonna release the air in a big long sigh from the top of your range to the bottom and feel all of the tension drain out of you like this. Let's try that again. Take a nice deep breath, fill up your tank with air, and then release it. Awesome. Let's do one more. A deep, deep yawny breath. That feels so good. The next one that I just want to mention, I'm not going to go through since I've already done another video on it, is the lip trill. So if you want to see how to do that in greater detail, you can check out my video on occluded warm-ups. All this one is you breathe in and then you breathe out and you allow your lips to flap like this. This one is great for busting tension in the face and especially in the lips. And you can vocalize on any warm-up that you would normally do using the lip trill. So you can do a 5-tone scale. You can do a 1.5 octave arpeggio. Sirens. Whatever you want, and that's really gonna be great for busting tension in the face. The next exercise that I want to do is really going to bust tension in the throat. So when we're singing and we're straining and we're reaching for high notes or sustaining long notes, we can sometimes get tensed up in here in these little muscles. So what I want to do is we're going to take a simple 5-tone scale on ah, except the twist is we're going to look up at the ceiling as we do this, and we're really going to elongate those neck muscles. So it's going to look like this. So you're probably going to notice that it's a lot harder to sing when you're looking up at the ceiling. It's just like trying to swallow. If you've ever tried to like drink while you're lying down, it's much, much more difficult. But the great thing about this exercise is that it's going to really stretch everything out and make sure that you're not contracting and making these muscles really short and tense. And it also really elongates your airway, and it's going to help everything just be more relaxed and more beautiful tonally. You can try to think about a swan elongating your neck as you're doing that exercise. For the next exercise, we're gonna attack your tongue tension. For this one, you're actually gonna be holding on to your tongue, so grab a paper towel. What I want you to do is you're gonna stick your tongue all the way out of your mouth. You're gonna wrap a paper towel around it and hold onto it tight so that you're not allowing it to retract back into your throat, which is what your body's gonna try to do. And you're gonna sing on gee, gee, gee. We're gonna go gee, 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 but we're not gonna allow that tongue to pull back in. So we're combating that tight tongue tension that we get back here, okay? So we're gonna start here. Take your paper towel, wrap it around your tongue, and here we go. Gee, 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 gee. And obviously you can go as high or as low as you want to really get your full range. There you have it. Those are a couple of my favorite tension busting warm-ups. Hit like below if you're feeling nice and relaxed. Be sure to tune in next Monday for another singing tip. And until then, happy singing.